Hello and good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. It's Shirley with Spirit of Matter, and this is the second in a chapter of honoring the planets. This is honoring Jupiter. So we are on a Jupiter day here and recently had the eclipse, so that's going to still be in effect. Jupiter right now is still in Aries. Um, it's not particularly a Jupiter hour right now, but it's a Jupiter day. And so um, the book that is open for me is the Book of Rulership, which you can download a PDF of for free on Google. And I'm just going to go across things that Jupiter rules and bless them, basically. It's just like a prayer, but with action. So, oh, that's interesting. So, let's see. Jupiter rules celery and wild celery. So I'm gonna bless the people who are growing celery with good yield, planting celery. I'm gonna bless for more people to be aware of the benefits of eating celery if it's good for your nutrition. I bless myself with that. It's a lovely, lovely veggie. Bless myself with perhaps growing celery in the future or maybe in the next moon cycle. Um, and yeah, eat your greens. Cell nutrition. Oh wait, where have I gone? Where have I gone? I think this is in the planets, no? This is here. What happened? Oh my god, I think it was 155. I'm not sure. Oh, this is the letters, and we have the signs, or we have the planets. Go a little bit backwards. Yes, Jupiter. Thank you. Tomatoes. So Jupiter says here rules tomatoes. So here we are with more crops. And absolutely, pollen tomatoes have lycopene, and they're very good for most people. So my blessing is actually to have diversity of tomatoes, both in my yard and to have a land, of course, and for people to be able to grow easily diverse types of tomatoes and enjoy them, and for that veggie to be available, and also for people that need to consume it, that it's good for them to be able to easily consume it, to have the energy, whether it's to make a salad and use it in a way that's nourishing for health. Okay, so tomatoes can be, the ketchup you put on a pizza, but rather have to use good tomatoes, like the Italians make good sauce from tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, and to have everything you need to do that, whether it's your energy and your knowledge and the time to do that and to dedicate to that, and the right tools, of course, and the right ideas for food. So bless people to always have that in abundance. Um, okay. Well. Topaz. And topaz is the crystal. And my blessing is first and foremost, for the miners, which are also minors usually. And my blessing is in general that crystal mining will be ethical and safe. So, practically for the people who are mining to be safe and to have good working conditions, um, and have the work ethic there. Again, for the children who are in child labor or in this situation, to have improvements in their condition. so that it so that they will do what what they're supposed to do, which is to play and to have fun and to enjoy and to begin to learn about what is their passions in life. So if mining and crystal mining and hunting for crystals all around the world is the passion in life, why not? But for that to be willingly consensual and safe for them. Um, and that was not cynical. Like I'm totally, um, and I totally meant what I said. Um, so, okay, Jupiter rules truth. It can be a philosophical truth. Um, Jupiter is about to go into an Earth sign, into Taurus, so there can also be a practical truth. And my blessing is for us to be able to recognize whatever it is truth for us and be able to easily see the truth, speak the truth, um, act in ways that are truthful. Okay, Jupiter in Aries is a lot about action. So to act in a way that is true to ourselves. Okay? Um, and now Jupiter is also the good instinct. So also to understand that, to do what is good and is true to ourselves. That is truth in many ways, right? Tumors. So tumors actually is basically cells growing out of the ordinary. And my blessings for people who have tumors or are in danger of having tumors is to grow life where the tumor was. So Aries is the head, and so to grow a new point of view, a new mindset, okay, so that that supports and nourishes your life. Um, so you grow life there. Um, so this is and wherever whatever uh, body organ. Um, yeah, it's like where the tumor grew, instead of this tumor to grow life, um, whether it's a mindset that supports your life, whether it's to nourish yourself, okay, whether it's a praxis, okay, maybe you want to care for something or someone that, and it doesn't have to be a human being or even a pet. You can have a stuffy, you can have your plant, you can have your house, you can have your hobbies, wherever it is for you. So that you grow life, and you tend to life, and you grow that. Okay. Um, so the generation of fatty tumors, generation of generation of tumors. So so is Jupiter ruling both the tumor and the generation of the tumor? I didn't know that. So for people who need to have their tumors, cancerous or not, smaller, then I wish that to be granted to them, and again to grow life and to enjoy life and feel abundant and be abundant. Um, what's more? Uniforms and uniformity. We have a lot of people in uniforms right nowadays. And what I wish for people, for, my blessing is that the encounter with people with uniforms and also without uniform is going to be blessed. that all parties are going to do the good instinct, okay, going to act in a way that is true to themselves, and encountering, you know, people with uniforms, whichever uniforms, is going to be a blessed encounter. Yeah, you know what I mean there. A good encounter, benefic encounter. Yeah. So yeah, sugar, albumin in the urine, and urine. So yeah, my blessing in this case is to have the right nourishment for myself and others, to have the right nourishment for you, so that your urine is healthy. Your urine is a blessing. Um, if you go to certain places in Africa, then you have people recommending to wash yourself with a little bit of urine, just the urine with the ammonia in the morning, as cleansing, not when you are menstruating, but as cleansing, and as warding off energies, so protection. Um, some people drink urine, say it is healing. I haven't tried that, but so for your urine to be healthy, so that this means that both your stress levels are, you know, you have a good level of expansion and contraction. Okay, we need both. We have both the in-breath Jupiter and the out-breath. It can also be Saturn. Um, and so the conditions and the things to support this healthy urine, a healthy excretion basically, are going to be there for you, and your excretions are going to be healthy also for me. There's not just enough water, but also enough minerals and good sugar levels, okay, healthy sugar levels. Um, Validity. But what is validity? Is it of documents? I need to return to that one. Valuables. Valuable things. Okay, I would connect it usually with Venus, but Jupiter is also good luck. That can also get you possessions. And valuable things are not only possessions, but also the things you value in your life. And my blessing in this case is that for us to value the right things, and for those things to be ample, to be abundant in our lives, and to be in good shape, healthy, and well-being. Okay. Woolen merchants. So wool. I wish my blessing in this case is for wool to be well sourced, um, for the sheep that make wool, to live good life, and for the process of making the wool to be enjoyable for everybody, both for the sheep and for the people who are, you know, the crafts people, for the people to get paid well, and be able to nourish their ships, which also, by the way, nourishes their hair, right? Um, and for warm clothing to be available, or the right clothing for the right temperature to be available for all people. Okay. For the people who like to knit, yeah, and I wish for them to have material available. I heard it got expensive recently, so to have material available for them to do that, and it calms down a lot of people, so that would be accessible, to have the energy to make, you know, sweaters or whatnot. Um, wisdom, 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 wisdom. Well, Jupiter is about expansion. So Jupiter is the wisdom that is not the wisdom from trauma, but the wisdom of seeing the world in optimistic eyes. And my blessing is in this case is that this this type of Jupiterian wisdom will be ample, will be prevalent in the world, and for people, myself included, to um, to easily tap into this accessible Jupiterian wisdom, um, and faith and belief, and for that to be uh, fulfilling, okay, for people to easily tap into opportunities in their life and take advantage of them in a good way, okay, to attract good opportunities and to take advantage of good opportunities. I wish that for myself. I wish that for you. Um, there's another Jupiter. Worship, places of worship. I don't know if you've heard, but for the Ramadan, the entire Ramadan, and now it's Eid al-Fitr, so happy Eid al-Fitr for people who celebrate. And they've closed the Harabait, which is the big, like, religious, both the mosque, and I know there's another building there, um, Golden Dome, I believe, and they closed it for Jews. And the reason being was that in Passover, there were some Orthodox Jews that came with the goat, and they wanted to sacrifice a Passover sacrifice in the mosque. So, crazy as it may seem, that is what they wanted to do. That's caused a lot of problems. And the government decided they want to play safe. Okay, they can try to break down the juristic system, but one thing they don't mess with is the separation of the religions. And so they closed the mosques for the mosque for Jews until the end of Eid al-Fitr. So this is um, this is a funny story that came in my mind, and my blessing in this case of worship, first of all, that people will be worshiping the things that act, and worshiping the right things and the things that nourish them. Okay, there are many ways you can worship, but worship in a way that is actually nourishing, that is actually good for you and actually good for humanity. Oh my gosh, there was a bird here. It's so beautiful. Um, and that people can openly worship diversity of religions, deities, and have pilgrimage, because Jupiter is traveling. It can also be pilgrimage. So and have safe traveling. Okay, if you're traveling to Mecca, if you're traveling to any sorts of pilgrimage, so to have safe travel, to have nourishing experiences, to have a good spiritual experience in the world. Okay, if you desire to, of course. Um, yeah. So that's a little bit for Jupiter. So it's not a lot, and you can join me on these blessings. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna invoke Jupiter. Uh, like other than that, just honor. Um, so you can join in and you can come back to these on Jupiter days and Jupiter hours. And if you're like, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't have candles, I don't have this, I don't have that, um, do something. Okay, if you want to do something, then do. Um, and that is in itself appreciated, because Jupiter is about the instinct to do good. So the power of prayer, the power of setting a good intent, um, and see what happens in your life. See how it affects your life. Okay, see the blessings around people. I think last week when I did it, I blessed some fruits, And then I got a lot of fruits, like a lot of fruits, and that was very blessed. Um, so yeah, and I'll see you in my next episode. You can subscribe to me if you want to get notifications for when I go, and I will upload it. Yeah, I think today is the first Jupiter episode, so maybe upload it for today or maybe next week. We'll see.